What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to give you my top 3 items under $200 that you should absolutely look into or have if you're into camping or overlanding out of your truck or vehicle. These are 3 things that you won't catch me on a trip without. I absolutely love them. Stay tuned at the end. I'm going to give you a bonus one, a 4th item. It is a little bit more than $200, but we do have a discount code for you to save you a little money on that as well. So without further ado, let's jump in to number 1. The first thing you won't catch me on a trip without is my Lone Rock water spout. It's an electric water pump that connects to your roto packs, or they do offer different connections for different types of jugs as well. But this thing is priceless. I use it for anything from washing my hands to brushing my teeth, and the fact that I have it on my slide out from Extrusion Overland, which I'll give you a quick look at, you can easily take it off the roto packs mount. This thing is hands down one of my favorite things. This actually stays on my truck 24/7, 365. It doesn't come off the truck because I use it not only on trips, but literally sometimes just in day-to-day life. If I'm somewhere and I gotta wash my hands real quick, that thing does not come off the truck. So let me take it off of the slide out and I'll give you a little bit better of a look. All right, guys, here it is. Simple little water pump. You can take it off the mount. This is part of as I mentioned, it does come with an adapter kit to fit whatever kind of jug you have, whether it's Roto Packs or another brand, whatever the case may be. It just kind of snaps on there. When you need to refill your jug, you literally just screw the top off the jug, the Roto Packs jug, the black part, like you normally would. Refill it, screws right back on. There's a button right here on top. You push that button and you got running water. So as I mentioned, I use this for anything and everything that I need running water for when it comes to washing my hands, brushing my teeth, anything like that when I'm on my trips. A lot of times I'll actually just leave it on my slide out and just pull it out. You know, if I'm using it more, I will take it off the slide out and, you know, put it on a table or a bench or something like that. But it's an absolute must-have in my opinion if you're into camping, overlanding, or anything of the sort. Check it out. Unfortunately, I am not sponsored by Lone Rock Concepts. I paid full price for these. It's just an item that I absolutely love and believe in. You can get these a little bit cheaper. You just have to get you have to kind of build your own adapter kit. That's why I went with Lone Rock Concepts. It just comes with everything you need to attach right to your Roto Packs or any other brand of jug, and you're ready to rock. The only other thing I'll mention real fast, and we'll move on to number 2, the spout does rotate. So when I'm not using it, typically I'll spin it up like that just so water doesn't leak out of it, but just in case, you know, you're really on a really bumpy road, whatever. Personal preference, I just turn the spout up. It's just that easy. So spin it back down and you're ready to go. Lone Rock Concepts water pump. Check it out if you're into camping or overlanding. Item number 2. DIY project. You can't buy this off the shelf, but it's very simple to do. It's my adapter kit to get heating and or AC up into the tent depending on the time of year. Basically all I did was drill the 4-inch hole with the hole saw up through the tent. We used a piece of HDPE tubing cut to length, and we attached it to a dust collection adapter, which I'll give you a look at. I'll put a picture on your screen. Goes up through the tent, which I'll show you the inside in a second. This black border, that's just something that I 3D printed and stuck up there just to make it look a little bit neater. Don't mind the black on there. I actually had this painted black so it blends in a little bit better, but unfortunately when you see the how we actually have to connect the ducting, from taking that part on and off, the paint just wore off. So I got to try to figure out something, you know, a better way to keep this black just so it blends in. But I absolutely love this because it is super easy, super fast to get my, we use the Wave 2 from EcoFlow. You can see it sitting right there. This is the adapter piece that goes over the HDPE tubing. Again, I'll show it to you real quick on video how it all connects. But if I'm using this for AC or one of my diesel heaters, you know, when it's really cold, connect it right there, goes up into the tent. Let me take you inside and show you from the top side how it looks up there. But this has been priceless because it is very quick and very easy to connect AC and or heat. All right, so here we are topside. So this is what it looks like, and this is what I used. It's actually for dust collection for woodworking. It's a blast gate. So when I'm not using it, I can close it. You can see it's completely sealed off. I did caulk underneath the blast gate, so there's literally no chance of anything getting in or out if that's closed. When I'm ready to connect it, I simply open it up, and hopefully, let me see if I can get you a look so you know. So both sides of the blast gate have this lip. So that's what the HDPE is attached to down below, and epoxy secured into place. Up on top, what I do is I took a 45-degree elbow, which is this piece here, again, from dust collection for woodworking. I took a 4-inch adapter, secured it to the elbow, and literally now all I do is pop that over like that, and now I have directional airflow. I can turn this any which way I want it for my heat or AC, literally any way. And again, blast gate will open or close with that on there. Now the only thing is I do have to carry this with me because obviously the tent's not going to close with this on there, but it's literally that simple. That's all I do. Pop it on there, open up the blast gate, and once the EcoFlow or my diesel heater is connected, I have heat or AC up in the tent. So here's the other end of the EcoFlow. This tube comes with the EcoFlow. The only other adapter you have to buy is, if I remember correctly, this is a 6 to 4 inch, it's not labeled, but I believe it's a 6 to 4 inch adapter. 6 inch to go over the EcoFlow tubing, 4 inch to connect to the HDPE. So clamped it to the tubing for the EcoFlow. This just screws onto your EcoFlow, and then within seconds we could have this hooked up and ready to go. It's that easy, and now we have the heat or AC up into the tent. The third item, these bungee type things from Model Outdoors is the company name. It's MODL. I will put a link to purchase down below, but these things are phenomenal. They basically replace your bungee cords. Now, do I still carry bungee cords? Yeah, you never know, but these things are phenomenal. They're so versatile, and they're made out of such a heavy-duty silicone. You can stretch the crap out of these things, and they go right back to their original form. I'm gonna give you some examples of how I use them on the truck. On my trips and stuff, I have, I don't even know, 4 or 5 of them in use right now, but I use them for everything, even in the garage, around the house. They come with different types. You can see they have all holes in them, which that's how you attach the, they come with all different types of attachment devices. So single pegs like this, they come with hooks. And again, I'm going to show you these in use because I'm using them right now, but they come with these hook type things that you can attach to the here. They come with this double type thing, which I'll show you in use. They have other attachments as well, but that's just a couple examples. Let me give you some ideas on how I use them, how I've been using them, and then the world is your oyster with these things. You can literally combine them. You can do it, it's endless with what you can do with these things, and they are so durable. I just can't say enough good things about them. Let me show you how I use them on the truck. One of the first ways I use them is a simple, almost like a zip tie. But obviously, zip ties, you cut them and you're done. These are reusable. You can kind of see that's that double hook thing that I showed you. It hooks on one side and then you just stretch it around. And again, these things are so stretchy. They're phenomenal. But so I use them to wrap up all my cords and stuff like that. I actually have to get more of these things. They do come in kits and stuff like that, but that's one way I use them. Another way I use them, those hooks that I showed you, you can see right here. So I basically just have one. I ran out of shorter ones, or I'd be using a shorter one. They do come in different lengths, but I just, any kind of loop or whatever, you can wrap it around, and I use that loop to hang my fly fishing vest. It got you know, if it gets wet when you're down in the river or whatever, I hang it there in the sunshine. It's actually already dry. But that's just an example of, you know, how you can use them hooks. Again, the options are endless with what you could do with these things, but I find myself using a hook for things like that. The iCamper has a bunch of these kind of eyelets, and you know, if I ever need to hang something, this is the perfect example of how to use them hooks. And then one of my newest ways that I actually just started doing on this trip, which I really wish I kind of thought of this before, for my shower setup. You can see that we have our shower head secured to our handle on the Extrusion Overland bed rack using one of those double clips that I showed you. And not only that, we have our last fit portable air compressor, again, they're kind of like zip ties, but using these model bungees, it's secured to the roof rack, and that thing is not going anywhere. I've actually had it on the highway. When I had to run up to a local Walmart, I had it on the highway on 81. It's secure as can be, because again, these things are so stretchy. You can make them as tight as you want to be. So now, you know, when I'm camping and I have to air up or pressurize my open road 4-wheel drive water tank, you can see I actually have my compressor still attached to it. So instead of having to hook everything up, I literally just turn on my compressor, hit on, and there you go. It's airing up the tank. Don't have to, let me turn that off. I don't have to go digging through boxes and, you know, getting out the air compressor and, you know, having to worry about where I'm gonna set the compressor. The other reason this comes in handy is if you have any kind of pressurized tank like this, you know, as you're using the water, the pressure obviously decreases. So when I'm in my Ironman 4x4 shower and suite system, I can literally just reach up. If the PSI starts dropping too much, I just hit the power button. It blows, it takes it back up to 30 PSI, which is where I run it when I'm showering, and I'm good to go. Again, it stays there permanently. You do have to kind of worry about theft. So when I say permanently, I shouldn't say that. I don't keep it on there 24/7, 365. But when I'm on my trips, the compressor stays right there. And it's just the perfect way to secure it there. Not going anywhere. Again, I can't say enough good things about these model quote-unquote bungees. They are definitely worth having a few in your arsenal. So that's just a few ways that I use these model quote-unquote bungees. I use them in my molly panels in the truck bed. I use them literally everywhere. Zip ties and bungee cords are basically a thing of the past. These things will replace and do a much better job than those items ever can. So check these out. A link will be down below. They are absolutely worth getting some. Now, the bonus one that I mentioned that is a little bit more than the $200, but we do have a discount code for you to get you closer to $200. Let me share that with you and we'll wrap the video up. So real fast, I don't know if you can see it, but we have one of the model bungee things securing our outdoor safety kit back there. Again, I usually use them over here as well, but everything is off the truck because we're on a trip. Now, anyway, the fourth thing, the Trailgate. We've actually done a separate video on this in the past on how to install and everything, but I am telling you, in my time using this, I absolutely love this Trailgate. You can get it from Extrusion Overland's website. You can use our discount code, which is NitroZ18. I'll put it on the screen. Save yourself a little bit of money. Last time I checked, I think they were a little over $300 at full price. Again, use our discount code. It'll get you down below 300-ish, give or take. But I'm telling you right now, this isn't even a camping thing. This is just an everyday thing. I opted for the cup holders, which is nice, but you know, if you have like the ribbed tailgate like you do in the bed, you can't put a cup down, you can't, it's not a flat surface, so it's hard to put anything down without worrying about it tipping. This Trailgate is awesome. I use it when I'm working, you know, to put tools on. Obviously, you saw I have my EcoFlow Wave 2 up here. I use it for, I can go on and on and on about the things that I use this Trailgate for. Having a nice flat surface 2 cup holders are just an added bonus. You can get it without the cup holders if you don't want them. But I'm telling you right now, this Trailgate is absolutely worth having. It's a super easy install, as you saw in my other video, but very durable. I used the crap out of this thing, as I mentioned. It's got a couple small scratches in it and stuff, but again, I have wrenches and ratchets and everything thrown on this thing. I use it for just a nice flat surface for everything I do. And for camping, it definitely comes in handy for that as well, because I can set my coffee cup here, I can set my coffee pot right there. It just gives you, it basically gives you another table to utilize built into your tailgate. So that is the 4th and bonus item that I wanted to mention, just because I love it that much and I think it's that well worth the price. Again, use our discount code, save a few bucks, but check out the Trailgate from extrusionoverland.com and use our code NitroZ18. Save yourself a few bucks, but absolutely worth looking into. All right, guys, there you have it. My top 3 plus a bonus item that you should absolutely consider having if you're into camping, overlanding, or as you saw, you can use a couple of them for just about anything. So hope you guys liked it. Links for everything will be down below if you have any questions, especially on the ducting system. You know, again, that's a DIY thing. So if you have any questions on it, let me know. I could always even do a short, more in-depth video on how exactly I did that. But check these things out. I appreciate you guys using the links below. It does help support the channel and helps me continue to do stuff like this. I'm going to be posting a handful of videos from this trip. I'm on a week-long trip up here in Pulaski, New York, staying at a local campground, fishing for salmon, and we've caught some slammers up here this trip. So maybe I'll share a couple pictures of them with you as well. But stay tuned. I'm gonna be doing a few videos up here while I'm at it, because I get a lot of requests from my regular viewers on showing, you know, I always do install videos and how-to videos and review videos, but I don't do a whole lot of showing like these things in use, which I'm gonna try to do a better job at that going forward. So stay tuned. I'll have a handful of videos coming out on the channel from this trip. So I'm going to stop rambling. Thanks for watching. As always, links will be below. Appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next one.